Welcome back to the Webby O'Neill channel, and it's match preview, Manchester United versus PAOK. I actually had to Google Gemini that just to get the pronunciation right. I think I'm there. Get involved in today's chat with your own opinions on the match, and don't forget to smash that like button. First off, how are you feeling going into this one? The recent games that we've had, drew every single one.
There's no excuses here. Greek champions are coming to town, but they're not the greatest European side. We have to win. No excuses whatsoever, and I mean none.
Why is that? 3 draws in the opening 3 games. Manchester United aren't the greatest European side right now either.
No, Manchester United aren't, but the quality is completely different. I just look at this game, and then I also look at the following European game, what we've got at home, and we've got to get the points. It'll be very, very not traumatic, but it'll be very embarrassing for Manchester United not to win here. This is a must-win game. We've got to win the next game, and then Amorim comes in, and he could take us a little bit further. But for now, I'm a little bit worried. United have to start on the right foot, get right at them, and then bang, we're in it.
Well, let's hope so. We need to see something different, especially from these Manchester United players. But again, this is all about backing Van Nistelrooy and supporting him, surely.
Yeah, got to support Ruud. The crowd will get up for it. It'll be a noisy Greek crowd what are there. But you look at Ruud and you say to yourself, right, there's a big game this weekend, Leicester, and I think Ruud will have one eye on it. So don't be surprised with some of the players what are out on the pitch. This isn't the greatest side what's coming to Old Trafford, so Ruud will have the opportunity to rest a few players. That's how I see it, because this is a poor side.
You keep on saying it, not the greatest side, the poor side. You look at the teams that we've played against in the competition already. FC 20 at home. Yes, Porto, Fenerbahce a bit better in standard. But for me, I'm not that confident going into this one. I've got to be honest with you, just because of the recent results, where we are currently as a football club against Chelsea. Some of the players out there, but a lot of people in the comments were saying, weren't putting the effort in sometimes, weren't putting the running in. So what are they going to be like in this game? Are they actually up for the Europa League themselves? Is the motivation there?
Well, I look at it this way. Amorim's coming, okay? The players know he's coming. They're going to raise the game. No matter who's on that pitch, okay? It's all good vibes as far as I'm concerned. And they've got to go at it, and they've got to impress this new manager. What a way to do it. Go out in a Europa League game and just absolutely put the ball in the net. Get them chances and put it in the net. Amorim, they're here to impress.
You make it sound so easy. Just get the ball and put it in the net. But Manchester United have had troubles this season in sticking that ball in the back of the net. Will he go with Højlund up front, Garnacho on the left, Rashford on the right? Ahmad, a lot of people out there are saying that he should be starting, should be getting more game time. Might he change that because he's got one eye on Leicester on the weekend?
Yeah, I think...
I'd be happy for that, Ahmad coming.
Yeah, I'd be happy for Ahmed to come in. And like I say, the big game is actually against Leicester, and it's vital we get 3 points. Look, this team, the Greek champions, 30th in the Europa League, that's their standing, and they've got 1 point from it, and I don't see it changing in any way. So, like I say, no excuses, and I mean no excuses.
Looking forward to it. Man United are 21st, though. They're not right up the table just
No,
yet.
they're not. No,
so
listen.
Let's put a bit of context into it of like how Man United season in this actual competition has gone so far. But this is a point where we can turn it around now. Like
Correct.
I said, he's got 2 home games now, back to back, and let's hope we can pick up the 3 points, and then Amorim can take over from there, and let's hope we can see a bit of a bounce then up that table and qualify for the next rounds as well.
What it is, you look at the second Europa League game, so winning this game is vital, and then Amorim's in charge for the second game. So, it's all good going forward, and you've got to have hope, optimism, and everything else like that. And I think it's there in the camp of United. I watched them training, and they all look bubbly. How many times do we say that? But there's a mood change. There's a mood change amongst the fans, and they'll demand it. And like I say, the fans will be noisy against the Greek champions. So, and like I say, the mood has changed, and I just think straight at them. Chances, I think it'll just be like a training session, and people might be out there screaming at me. You've said it yourself, right? We've had just draws, and the performances haven't been the greatest. But this game, I think the mood, everything's changing, and I think we're going forward here now.
how them rondos in the training videos look great and you expect it to reproduce then on the football field, but it never happens, does it, week in, week out? But like we say, you've got to keep optimistic. You've got to look forward to the game.
Yeah.
We are today as well. We are up for it. And I do expect the 3 points today. I just don't expect it to be an easy game. I think it might be about a 2-1, a 3-1, something like that, snatching it at the death, a couple of goals maybe. But I'm optimistic.
I'm going. Listen, I'm going 4-0 here.
Yeah, I'm just not too sure what the players' motivation are. If they've got the motivation to turn up tonight, that's what I'm like a little bit struggling on and to get to grips with, because I'm not sure. You look at some of them this season, it's like they're just strolling around on the pitch.
I think the motivation's there. I think we'll all be surprised. So that's why I'm going 4-0. I'm going 4-0. One's optimistic and one's not too happy here. But hey, that's football. It's about opinions, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going 4-0.
We're going to have to have a chat before we come on videos, I'm sure we're going to have to get 4-0.
No, I am.
Put your money where your mouth is, and what a pound on it before you go up there tonight.
Well, people want to get the money on it, because I do believe that the mood has changed with Amarin coming in. Everything around it is all good going forward, and I can't see Ruud not having these players up for it, and I think the players themselves will be up for it. I'm not too sure about the bench. I don't think the bench will be so strong, but I don't think we'll need the bench that much.
Yeah, we did look at his press conference, some training videos from yesterday. You had the likes of Christian Eriksen back in training, Yoro as well. Only played 2 games for Man United and he got injured, didn't he, in pre-season. Anthony's back as well. And Mason Mount, will we see them in the squad tonight? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. Possibly Christian Eriksen, because I'd like to see him in the middle of the park, because I think out of Casemiro and Agati we've got currently available, he will give you some attacking threat going forward. What we didn't have really against Chelsea for the majority of the game, only had it really in moments. So, does Eriksen come in for Casemiro or Agati, or will he just start Casemiro and Agati together? I'm not too sure, but I'd like to see Christian Eriksen at some point, because I think he's had a good season up to now, despite everything that's gone on.
Yeah, Eriksen has had a good season. I think when I listened to Ruud, he's talking about Malacia. Don't think he'll make the bench. He was talking about him possibly getting game time with the under-20, the under-21s. Yeah. And Luke Shaw talked about him. How many times have we mentioned Luke Shaw? He's doing little bits. That's all he could say about him. Little bits. Maguire, he's inside training, so there's no sign of him coming for a while. He's inside doing a little bit of rehab work, But, the bench, I still think it'll be strong enough, but I don't think we'll need it.
Also, it's worth a note that Rashford in training yesterday, he was doing training on his own with a coach, but Ruud actually said that it was to do with extra training and individual training. So that's worth noting as well. That we have got players there who are looking to improve and they're not just resting on the laurels. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, with Rashford, really shouldn't need any extra coaching and all that. He knows exactly what to do. He's had all the coaching for many years. England, Man United, he knows what to do. He's just not been prepared to do it as far as I'm concerned. So it might be a kick up the backside, what he's getting, and quite rightly so, in my opinion.
Harsh, straight to the point.
Oh, it's harsh, but but you've got to be harsh on Rashford. He's just not done it, and it's all down to him. It's not down to coaching or anything like that.
No, I might just need some extra training. You never know what it was down to as well. Any ball work with shooting, crossing, hopefully, because how many times have we mentioned about the forwards getting a lack of service from the wide areas? A lot of it's been mentioned as well with Garnacho after that Chelsea game, not getting his head up enough. I've mentioned it quite a few times, to be honest, over the last few weeks, and hopefully we can see that creativity from him in the wide areas where he looks up quicker instead of looking to shoot all the time or take too long on the ball, trying to be greedy too much.
Well, you talk about players being pragmatic, everything else like that. I listened to Onana. He was asked the question about the style of football, what Amarin's going to bring to United. And he just said, look, the style of football, the players, they're just pragmatic. They're just looking forward to it. And they'll get on with the job. And that's what I expect. And I think they'll get on with the job and just take PAOK. Is it PAOK?
PAOK.
PAOK.
That's what Google Gemini told me to pronounce it like anyway.
Right. Well, I think they'll be pragmatic here. Go out, do the job in the first half, and then just bring in one or two, hopefully bring on 1 or 2 young players. So pragmatic is the name of the game here.
Yeah, back 4 the same. You've got Deloin, De Ligt, Martinez, Mazraoui. I thought he had a great game actually against Chelsea. I thought he'd done really, really well, and I'm liking him more and more as I see him, despite recent results, Mazraoui.
Well, you talk about the back 4. What you have to take from the training session and the press conference, what Ruud give is there. You see it. Yoro's back. He's back training. When we'll see him, I'm not too sure, but that's something to boost that back 4 and give them a little bit of a nudge, as if to say, hey, this player's ready to come back and they'll be back soon. So back 4 for me, I think looks solid anyway, to be honest. Thought they looked solid against Chelsea.
Big words today. 4-0. Back 4 looks solid. Proper confidence going into this one. Like I say, I want to put your money where your mouth is, and I want a pound on that 4-0. But let us know your score predictions going into this one. I'm going to go 3-1. You give me a bit more optimism. I was thinking more or less 2-1, but I'm going to go 3-1. I think a couple of goals though for United will come in the second half. But let us know your thoughts and opinions going into this game. We will be back straight after the match with a match reaction. Hopefully Webb is available as well to come on and give his own opinions. So get that notification on and we'll see you straight after the game. Enjoy the match and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.